Hi there. Before you dive into the series, I want to address a question that comes up all the time, regardless of what I'm teaching, which is how often should I be doing this? How much sex should I be having? What is normal? And I want to give you an analogy, which I think helps make this whole developing a pleasure practice really accessible. And that is using the same approach as you would to developing a balanced meal plan for yourself. So for me, I eat mostly home-cooked foods. I supplement with snacks. I have some fast food occasionally, and every now and then I get to have a gourmet meal experience. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're panicking because yes, I am suggesting that you find ways to access and practice pleasure more days than not. But a meal plan does not have to be complicated in order to be nutritious. And similarly, a pleasure practice does not have to be epic to be meaningful. So let's start with this idea of home-cooked practices, home-cooked meals, home-cooked pleasure. So your home-cooked practices are going to be those things that are really easy to incorporate into your routines. You're going to do them 3 times a week for an hour or less. So why am I choosing that amount of time? The things that you do 3 times a week become habit. You actually crave them. You really want them as part of your routines in order to maintain balance. But you don't want this practice to be something that's unachievable. So if you're thinking about 1 hour, 3 times a week, this can be things like your favorite workout or yoga routine, if that's what your pleasure practice is. It can be finding your favorite position with a partner where you both have a lot of pleasurable experiences together, you feel connected. If you haven't found that position yet or that practice, then keep watching the videos. I'm going to help you find that, right? It can be a luxurious bath. These are the home-cooked practices that we're wanting to make sure are part of our routines regularly. And then we've got quickies. So these are 10 minutes or less, and these are more days than not. If you can be finding a way to intentionally focus on pleasure for 10 minutes every day, you're going to be in really great shape. It's going to have a lot of benefits for you. So this can be something like taking a sexy selfie. So it encourages you to get into that thing that makes you feel really sexy and in your body. It can be taking 10 minutes out of your workday to step outside, take 3 deep breaths, and feel some sun on your skin. It can be finding the toy that you like to take in the shower, and you start your day some days with a quickie in the shower, right? So quickies are going to be those really easy, quick, low pressure. A makeout is a great quickie. The thing with quickies is that you actually do want to limit them to that short time frame, because one of the things that holds us back from accessing pleasure as much as we want to is feeling pressure that once we get into that space, especially with a partner, once we start making out, it always means we're going to have sex. So quickies are intentionally short so that you can actually have them be part of most days. And then there's the gourmet experiences. These are, you're going to try for a gourmet pleasure practice once a month. You're going to dedicate a few hours to it, and you're going to try something new. So this can be something like taking out a rope bondage instructional and learning how to do a new tie. This can be trying anal play with your partner. This can be going and finding a new hike with new scents and things to see and 2 hours to yourself. So when you start breaking it down to, I think a lot of us think when we think about, oh, we're going to develop a pleasure practice, we're thinking the gourmet experience. When in fact, a balanced pleasure routine is, for most of us, is going to involve 10 minutes or less every day. So when you go through the lessons, you're going to see that things are flagged as quickies, home-cooked practices, or gourmet. And wherever we can, I am, translating them across the board. So I'm excited for you to explore the series and be working with this sort of base approach for how to have balance around a pleasure practice.